We begin in Ottawa, where a firm has been hired to carry out a review into complaints about the workplace environment at Rideau Hall. The allegations from former and current employees first came to light in July, claiming that Julie Payette created a toxic workplace at Rideau Hall. Payette later issued a statement saying she welcomed a review. Ottawa-based Quintet Consulting has been selected by the Privy Council to conduct the analysis. Let's go to political analyst Michael Geoghegan. He joins us now from Williams Lake, BC, to talk some more about this. Michael, thanks for your time.
Thanks for having me.
How unusual, unprecedented is this to have these kind of allegations, first of all, be made public and then be investigated this way?
Well, it's not unprecedented for there to be an issue with the Governor General in a Commonwealth country, but certainly what we're seeing today is also a reflection of our times where no entity can afford to just simply ignore complaints from staff, former staff, current staff, about harassment or creating a toxic work environment, because we've had a lot of rulings come down over the years that say, no, as the employer, you have a legal obligation to provide a safe working environment for your employees. So it's no longer something that any entity, be it corporate or government, can just simply sweep under the rug anymore.
Does it feel like she is being supported by the Prime Minister's office, or does it feel to you or look to you like perhaps the government's backing away from supporting her?
I'm certainly getting the impression it's the latter. I think the number of allegations that have come forward, the allegations of creating a toxic work environment, unusual spending patterns, etc., it's created a situation where, because they've thrown it over to Quintet Consulting, they've certainly distanced themselves from the outcome, but they've certainly also made it clear to the Governor General, look, if this study comes back and it does say that there are significant problems, then I suspect what would then happen is there would be a quiet conversation between the Prime Minister and the Governor General suggesting that she resign. And certainly, for the sake of proprietary, it would be beneficial for the Governor General if the report is quite negative for her to do that. That would certainly be the best outcome.
Is that what it would take for a conversation with the Prime Minister?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of handling what is, constitutionally a very delicate matter, it would be if, and I have to emphasize the word if the report was damning, then the Prime Minister would likely have a discussion with the Governor General, and then I would assume suggest that it would be in the best interests of the nation and all concerned for her to just simply resign. And then, of course, would clear the path for a new person to be appointed, again, at the Prime Minister's recommendation by the Queen.
So, Michael, tell us a little bit about the job itself, the kind of pressure the office is under and what her role is on a day-to-day basis.
Well, the Governor General, I mean, that is the Queen's representative in Canada. So just like we have the lieutenant governors in each of the provinces, we have the Governor General for Canada. And so, in essence, they perform the role of the monarchy or the Queen in terms of signing off on legislation, presenting awards like the Order of Canada, and other functions. So, and technically, the Governor General is the head of state. It's not actually the Prime Minister of Canada who's the head of state. It's actually the Governor General. So on paper, constitutionally, it's the most powerful position in the land. But of course, in terms of practice, it is something where although you're appointed technically by the Queen, it's on the recommendation of the Prime Minister. And so although you're technically the most powerful, you still, in a sense, by tradition, serve at the pleasure of government.
And so it's more of a ceremonial role is the way we look at it. I mean, you're out, you're meeting, you're greeting, you're the face of the government in certain situations. But as you say, you don't necessarily have a lot of power.
Yeah, well, it's very symbolic until something comes along, like you have an unstable minority government situation, and opposition parties call upon the Governor General maybe to form a new government, or the Governor General says, look, I'm going to dissolve Parliament and we're going to go to an election. So at certain particular junctures like that, the Governor General fulfills a very important and powerful role where they can come in and say, no, we're going to an election, or no, I'm calling upon the opposition leader in conjunction with these other parties to try and form a government. So it's symbolic, but there is some very significant powers attached to that symbolic role, which are only rarely called upon.
Michael Geoghegan, appreciate your time, sir. Thanks for weighing in on this.
Thank you.